to Psychotherapists Say It Like It Is. I am Dr. Vic Bloomberg. Today's episode, a psychotherapist gets counseling. Could you tell me again what you just told me?
Sure. You're a meditator, right?
I don't like meditating, but I know how to do it. I prefer sitting out and watching the birds and zoning out in the backyard and all that. It's really hard for me to quiet my brain down. I did learn not to fight it and just consider every thought a scene in a train looking out the window. So any thought or any sound or any sensation in my body, and just keep floating back to my breath. And so when I get into it, I'm successful at it. I understand what I'm doing, and that's what I teach. What you're suggesting I do, are you suggesting I change my behaviors to take care of myself?
I'm suggesting you add a behavior.
Okay, I really think that's what my body's doing with no intention on my part, though I have intentionally been trying to step away from being agitated as soon as I realize it. Well, sometimes I'm a meditator, but I am a zone outer.
I believe you. I agree with you when you say this is what you do and it works. I totally believe you. The reason I'm asking now about this is just to get started with your body, just to get in touch with your body and then talk to it.
My body is discombobulated all over the place. I've got arthritis developing in my joints. I've got this difficulty swallowing, which the doctor who investigated that says, well, it's somehow neurological. There's nothing that we can see that would explain it, but it's happening. Now I got this immune response. It's in my body somewhere telling me,
It's reminding me, I was very fortunate. The supervisor of the program that I did my internship in at Cambridge Hospital, which is a Harvard Medical School site, was Deb Houlihan. And she's friggin' brilliant, amazing, and a really good person. And one of the things that she said was, if you have a client who has 42 diagnoses, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. It's all from the same source. It's sort of like different flowers in the garden. It's like not a big deal, which was helpful to me as a practitioner and also a person with my own stuff, and to the people I worked with who were like freaking out because they had this laundry list. I was like, holy shit. But it's like, it's not a big deal. So that's the first thing that occurs to me when you say that. It's like, yeah, you had all kinds of shit to deal with. It crops up in your body in various ways. And so it's like, yeah, hey, we can take a deep breath.
Okay.
So I would say in the beginning to do something about letting your body relax, to open the door, and then thanking it and saying it's okay. You can continue to relax. We're in a different place now. We're safe. We're loved. Really appreciate all the work that you've done over the years, but now we can lighten up a bit. And then you might want to ask it. Anything you want to tell me?
That's it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, easy's fine with me. I like simple.
Yeah, I do too. How often do we get it? But yeah. So in the beginning, you can go down through, let your forehead relax, let your face relax. Each part of your body is sounding silly, but each part of your body. Or you can just...
This is very similar to the visual massage that Sister Pat, who is a chaplain at hospice, she called it visual massage because some of the patients were in such pain you couldn't touch them.
Yeah.
And I've turned that into a guided relaxation, which is on my website. So what you're saying about, how did you put it? Ask my body, what do you want to tell me? And then relax my forehead and my cheeks and my nose, my jaw, right?
Yes. And anytime, always feel free to do what you do. You know yourself well, and you know where you are that day. Varies from day to day. So anything you want to skip, just skip it. I let it play because I don't feel like finding the knobs and all that jazz on the technology. But I just don't listen, And then when I get to the part that I want to listen to, if there is one, then I start to listen again. However you want to do it at any time is good.
Well, this is a huge pivot, turning point, inflection point, tipping point in my life where am I going to backslide into the same old, or am I going to get on over the better side of the hill? And
that's, you've already started doing that. I mean, that's what you were talking about yesterday. You can list a number of people who you know that they love you and you know that they accept your love, and it's a whole other thing. And that's like the foundation.
It really is. It sounds so corny, but it only sounds corny to me because that's not how I was raised.
Right.
my good friend Richard has said, with all the problems, some of them intense and severe and fatal, that the family he grew up in, he's one of 15. He goes, I always knew I was loved. And Richard and I go back decades, and I go, well, I didn't know that. And he goes, well, I know. That's why I'm telling you this. But now you are. It's sinking in. I think it's set. I think it is my new, well, I don't think. I know this is my new foundation.
Awesome.
So I think I could look at taking all these different pills. Oh, man, another pill. Oh, this list of ailments. It doesn't matter. It's like each pill is I'm taking care of myself. It's a much better attitude.
Yeah. And it's cool, too, because, your body learns to do that relaxation thing and to do that self-love thing, and you can click into it in like a second. I mean, you can as much time as you want on it, half an hour, 2 hours, whatever, or you can do it in like 10 seconds.
Tell me again what you said before I started recording us. So you said something like the body listens to you, you can talk to it?
Yeah, you can have a conversation with it, yeah. This comes from the Firestone group, Bob Firestone, doing verbal therapy. Instead of saying I, if you say you to your body, it does something different and something cool. I'm not sure why. It gets to the unconscious. I think it gets to the part that we don't think about as I. So I think somehow or other, it's a cool thing.
Well, it sounds fascinating. This tricking ourselves so that we lose the unconscious that holds us back in terms of the body by addressing the body as you. Whatever works to unclench the fight, flight, freeze response.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever works. Like John Lennon said, whatever gets you through the night is all right. Whatever helps you unclench, a genuine unclench. Well, I don't think there's can be anything other than a genuine. Well, I think maybe misuse and abuse of drugs and sex and gambling and media consumption. Maybe these are inauthentic false unclenches. It feels like you're unclenched, but on the level that we're talking about, in which the subconscious and the unconscious clenches from injuries in the past. That's not getting unclenched by this illusion caused by this other short list I made. So maybe by talking to my own body as you creates enough ego distance so I can unclench.
Makes sense.
It's sort of like why I want your voice instead of mine. When I hear myself, it's like I'm part of my own pattern. I need help from my friends, which is what I tell everybody, know. Self-management, a little help from our friends, a wonderful village to live in, and social movements to be part of. That's the formula for ongoing healing and getting back to I thou instead of the it thing stuff. So I think that's why I wanted to record you doing this setup.
There's also, by the way, a guy from Thailand, I think, Mantak Chia. There was a person here in the Boston area who studied with him a lot. You go through your body and thank each piece. Thank your lungs, thank your stomach. There's a different color, and there's a way of breathing. You sit on the edge of the chair so that your first chakra, your earth chakra, is free and able to breathe. Your feet are on the floor. And you lift your arms in a circle in front of you. You have your arms out like you're holding a big beach ball. And you lift them up, turn it so that your hands face out, and breathe. Visualize that organ. And I did it for quite a while. I think it really helped my lung stuff. It's just another way. I think the ancients often knew things. I think they really took it to a deep place. I think there's something in this as well.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome, and yourself. So, do you want me to talk through it in a more just doing it kind of way?
Oh, wow. That would be so wonderful. Thank you. Yes. I'm ready.
So, you're sitting comfortably.
Yes.
And you're sitting so, straight enough that your back feels good and your neck is happy with the way your head is.
Yes.
And nothing's crossed, like ankles or knees, or nothing is going to fall asleep and be pins and needles. You can close your eyes, or you can, look at a spot on the floor, whatever feels comfortable and right for today. And then starting at the top of your head, you can just think about the top of your head relaxing, your scalp relaxing, all the tension that we tend to carry without even realizing it, letting go, and breathing as you go. And then your face, the area between your eyebrows that sometimes gets clenched and crunched, your forehead, your eyes and eyelids, your cheeks, your nose, your jaw. Your mouth will open a little bit, and that's fine. Back of your head, back of your neck, just letting go, just being easy. There's no work to do. Just being itself. Each piece just being itself. Your ears, sides of your neck, on down into your shoulders. Sometimes we keep our shoulders lifted. Let them let go. Just ride on your spine. On down in your upper arms, your elbows, your lower arms. No doing right now, just being. Down into your wrists, your palms, your fingers. Relaxed. Whatever their natural curve is. And back to your shoulders, that whole area of your upper back. Letting the energy just flow down through your vertebra. Feeling it on the back side of your body. And also on the front side through your chest. Flowing down to your abdomen. Down to your pelvis. On down to your glutes. Feeling them against the chair. On down into your upper thighs. The energy flowing on down into your knees. They can relax. Sometimes we even hold our knees when they're still. Let them be soft, not having to do any work. And on down into your calves. And down to your ankles and your feet. Let your toes relax and spread out a little bit. They let go of any tension. Feeling the bottoms of your feet against the floor. Bones and muscles not having to do any work. More nice breaths. Letting that energy and air flow down from the top of your body all the way through like a big soft wave, all the way down through your body. Then taking a moment to just be in touch with your body. Think about what a great job it does and has done for years and years. And how grateful you are, how deserving of thanks your body is for all its gifts, for all its work. And how now is a different era for your body and for you, for all of you. A time of being loved, recognizing that you're loved. A time of recognizing the work in the past doesn't need to happen anymore. Not having to do it at this time. Not needed. This is a time for being grateful. Time for all the work to be being grateful, enjoying, relaxing. Doesn't have to do any more to earn that love. It's already got it. Just take a few moments to enjoy that feeling of relaxed presence, safety, love, gratitude, just by breathing, being aware of it. It's already a part of you. So if you want to, you can ask your body if it has anything that it wants to tell you at this time. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, which is fine. Either way is fine. When you're ready, start to come back to everyday reality. Bring your energy into that slightly more alert state. Know that this soft, present state is always there inside. You can tune into it whenever you want. And that you are indeed loved.
Okay, well, I'm coming up. This is so wonderful.
I'm so glad.
I keep noticing I'm constantly on alert. What I gotta do next, all the things I juggle, and this idea that I really don't have to do that anymore. You know, body, you got me this far, but those battles are won. Now you get to enjoy the fruits of our labor. I like that message. I like that reality.
Awesome.
You know, I was thinking about or noticing there are birds that hang out waiting for blackberries to ripen and grapes to ripen, and then they go eat them. This is just wonderful.
Yeah.
And I get to watch. These birds are getting less and less uptight, noticing that I'm watching. I think they go, "You look like a predator. You got the eyes in front for that." But maybe not.
That's awesome.
And so I need to learn, my body needs to learn life is not a predator for me anymore. Thank you. Well, is this an okay place to wrap up the call?
You bet. You bet.
Then thank you, thank you, thank you.
You bet. You are welcome.